Hi everyone, this is Enudi Podcast with a wonderful title for your listening pleasure. Today's title is Most Careless Mismanagement of Public Funds. This title is a continuation of my previous topic that mentioned how people lackadaisically and carelessly handle public trust. This is a hard topic because of its widespread talked about all over the world. It's about what we call here in the United States constituency development funds for electoral districts, also called constituency development allowance in some parts of the world, including Nigeria. As I travel all the nooks and crannies of New York City, where I live, most of the traffic buildup I come across are as a result of construction projects involving roads, bridges, tunnels, and what have you. And that's taxpayers' money in action. If things like corruption or stealing is happening here in the West, I would say I do not know. Why? Because the law works here. If anyone caught stealing, the person in question or group of people will pay a bitter price and definitely go to jail. But this is not the case elsewhere in other developing part of the world, including Nigeria and Africa, where political office holders steal public funds with impunity and get away with it. I will give you a scenario. Abacha is the name of a former president of Nigeria, now deceased. This president stole so much money that the funds he stole from Nigeria were stashed in so many banks all over the world. Abacha died in 1998. And as soon as his demise happened, Nigeria started repatriating its public stolen funds back to Nigeria. And until recently, Abacha's stolen public funds are still being sent to Nigeria by many world leaders who do not condone corruption. And that's how huge and voluminous the money that Abacha stole were. While everyone acknowledges that Abacha did a very big disservice by disrobing Nigeria of funds meant for development into his private accounts, it's another disservice and very ridiculous to learn that all the billions of dollars of recovered Abacha stolen funds cannot be accounted for. Which leaders recovered these funds we don't know. Nobody told us, no records to show for it. Specifically, how many did and how much did they recover? No records. And on which monumental projects were these funds spent on so that it serves as an indelible project for recovered Abacha stolen public funds from Nigeria? None. Government after another since the death of Abacha will flash it on the public about how they recovered billions of Abacha stolen funds, and it ends there. They never gave account of how the funds were disbursed or spent on a project that the funds could be in the minds of people as money recovered from public funds that were stolen in the government of Abacha. And this is unfortunate, as no one ever asked questions regarding recovered Abacha's stolen money. It's either that the general public who should ask questions are complacent or completely indifferent to this shameful, trendiest, endemic corruption in high public offices in Nigeria. Let's be clear here that a responsible country will have spent recovered stolen funds on projects that people will have in their memories and serve as a reminder of the ugly incidences of one of the biggest public embezzlement of funds ever in the history of corruption. We, the people, must wake up from our slumber, begin demanding responsible government which is accountable to the people and devoid of corrupt practices. There's too much poverty all over that a mere murmuring by the people and hoping that something out of nowhere will happen and ameliorate the situation magically will not solve the problems. And trust me, that's a daydreaming. Solving the problems must be demanded by the followership in a subtle manner. You must make your voice heard. Otherwise, the status quo is going to continue. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.